like to introduce to you my lovely, wonderful friend, David Cunningham. I don't know, whatever time we met, 89, something like that. He did my advanced course, and Yasmin Goodman said, out of David's interaction with me, that he had never seen anyone stand so straight and be so out there as I was.
Wow.
And that's David Cunningham. He was our center manager for years and years. And he is the epitome of love. He walks in love, he talks in love. And when you're around him, whether you like it or not, you're going to be love. You're going to be loving, pulls you, drags you. And so then I called him, I don't know, 3 years ago or something. And I said, David, I heard you retired. Would you like to work with me in another way to go? He said, yes. I said, very cool. And then we started on this journey together. Both of us were on this journey together, and every week and calling and creating and loving. And I had the opportunity to grow yet one more time, David, in your love and your mentorship. So it's it's it is just an exciting, exciting time for us then to be together here and to love again, I guess. So thank you for the gift of love and all that.
That's great, Grace. You're always getting me in good trouble. All right. You're
Yep.
always getting me in good trouble. And I did want to talk about love. That's what I wanted to, I think, wind the conference up with today. Everybody, we've been blessed today. We've been really blessed to be able to see the human, as was said earlier. And we've been blessed all day long, every speaker, to see the human dealing with the circumstances of incarceration, being the family of an incarcerated person, being released, every aspect of it. We've been able to see the human because of people sharing today. And I think if we look to see what worked, because we heard from people who were being really successful, and I said it right at the very beginning, what worked, like the real power behind everybody's success, is the love. The most effective people in the world are the ones that love the most, are the ones that refuse not to love, as a matter of fact. So I thought we'd close the day by I'd like everybody to consider we have a love footprint. And what's needed in the world is for us to expand our love footprint. Like we have a carbon footprint, I invite us to consider we also have a love footprint. And that every time we leave an interaction, whether it's a 30-second interaction with a clerk in a store, or it's a 2-hour lunch with our brothers and sisters, whether it's an hour meeting with a probation officer, I don't care who it is, what it is. Every time we leave an interaction, we leave something behind. What do we leave behind? Do we leave opinion behind? Do we leave resentment behind? Do we leave argument behind? Do we leave indifference behind? Or do we, in fact, leave love behind? And everybody, this isn't a righteous conversation like, oh, good people love, you should love more. No. And it's not a Pollyannish conversation. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we loved? No, it's not that either. It's a conversation that both for our effectiveness as human beings with each other, with individuals, with systems, our effectiveness with the public, and our fulfillment demands that we love. So I'm calling us to infuse everything we heard about today with love. Infuse the people in charge, the authorities, the administrators, the people who are volunteering, the people that committed the crimes, the people that were impacted by the crimes, the people that are angry, the people that are difficult. We want to infuse love in every aspect of this conversation, everywhere we turn. Infuse it with love. We have a love footprint. Now, to get that, you actually have to get love as a way of being. If you relate to love as merely an emotion, then you don't have much say about it. You either feel love or you don't love. Okay, well, you know, if it's cold outside and you're hungry, you probably won't feel love. So if you relate to love as an emotion, it's luck or the luck of the draw. You're the lucky or unlucky and feel love. If you relate to love as a thought process, like, oh, I think I love that person or I have loving thoughts towards that person, we don't have any control over our thoughts. So, it's at the luck of the draw again. We're either lucky or unlucky and have loving thoughts. So it's important to get love as a way of being. As human beings, there's ways of being. We're generous or we're stingy. We're tender or we're cold. We're open or we're guarded. We're respectful or we're disrespectful. And when you get love as a way of being, we're either loving or we're hateful, or we're loving or we're judgmental, or we're loving or we're ignoring. When you get love as a way of being, you get two things about it. One, you get that it's our choice at all times, under all circumstances. The one thing we have a say about in life is who we be. Whether I'm generous or stingy, that's up to me. Whether I'm cruel or kind, that's up to me. Whether I'm honest or dishonest, that's up to me. It's the one thing we have a say about at all times, under all circumstances. And it's the one thing that gives us the quality of our life. People live in the illusion that somehow our happiness is dependent on things we have. Like if I get the job or if I get the car, I'll be happy. But let's tell the truth is that, we can have $1 million and not be happy, and we can have nothing and be totally fulfilled. So our happiness, the quality of our life is not given by what we have. And it's not even given by what we do. We could be, on a cruise ship in the sun and be miserable, and we can be cleaning the basement and be totally satisfied. But the one thing our happiness is linked to, minute by minute, microsecond by microsecond of life, is who we're being. If we love who we're being, we love our lives. And if we don't love who we're being, we don't love our lives. So I invite us to notice is that we love being us. We love the living of our lives when we're being loving. When we're being resentful, we're not happy. When we're being disrespectful, we're not happy. When we're being judgmental, opinionated, we're not happy. When we're being cold or withdrawn, we're not happy. When are we happy is when we're being loving. That's when we're the most joyous. So that's in our hands. The good news is that's in our hands. We have a say about that. Our emotions can come and go, but no matter what emotion we're having, do we still have a choice about who we be? Yeah. So for instance, if we're tired, when we're tired, could we be cranky? Sure, we could. When we're tired, could we be argumentative? Sure, we could. When we're tired, could we be playful? Yeah. When we're tired, could we in fact be loving? Yes, we could. How about when we're angry? When we're angry, could we be cranky? Yes, of course. When we're angry, could we be argumentative? Yes, of course we can. But when we're angry, could we also be tender? Yeah. When we're angry, could we also be loving? Yeah, we could. And I'm sure everybody in this meeting has had that experience. It's easier with pets or small children for some reason, but nonetheless, I bet everybody in this conference has had the experience of being angry and still being caring, still being loving. So it's important for us to get that really at all times, under all circumstances, we have a say about who we be. It's the one thing that gives us the quality of our life. And we are joyous when we're being loving. The other thing to notice about it is that when we're free, we love. When we're free, we love naturally. When we're not free, our hearts close. What do I mean not free? What do we get caught by? We get caught by judgments, opinions, resentments. We get caught by fear. So you'll notice whenever we're caught by some resentment or some judgment or some opinion or fear, we close our hearts. We tend to close our hearts. Now we've gotten so used to resenting and so used to having opinions that it's become normal. We hardly notice it. But there's a big difference between what's normal and what's natural. So I'm asserting that when we're free from resentments, free from judgments, free from opinions, free from fear, we naturally love. It's what's natural for us as human beings. So the message to any human being is never to be more loving. I would never say to somebody, you should be more loving. Never. If somebody's heart is closed, I would simply say, oh, there's some fear, some resentment, some opinion, some judgment that got in the way. If we get that out of the way, then the person naturally loves. So the job is never to have people try to have people be more loving. It's to free them up. And when people are free, they naturally love. And then that's when we're effective. If we don't love people, I don't care how smart we are. I don't care how good our logic is. If we don't love people, they won't listen to us. The only time we're effective with people is when they listen. If somebody doesn't listen to us, there's no way we're effective with them. And people don't listen to us if we don't love them. Think about it for yourself. Have you ever had somebody that you thought would try to give you some advice? Did you want to listen? No way. No matter how good the advice might have been, if you didn't think they respected you, you didn't want to listen to it. So it's yes, it's about our fulfillment and our joy, and it's also about our effectiveness. To be effective with people, we've got to love them. Can you love anybody? Yes, you can. Does it have to make sense to love them? No. When you love somebody, does that, excuse their behavior, condone something they did? No. It's simply you're loving. Forgiveness is a good example of that. People have a notion of forgiveness that sometimes, they think if I forgive somebody, I'll be condoning what they did. If I forgive somebody, it's like I'm giving them permission to do it again. No. Forgiveness is simply a choice one makes about whether one's going to live a resenting life or a forgiving life. Forgiveness sounds like this. When something happened, when that thing happened, I closed my heart. I'm now giving my love back like I did before anything happened. It's for give. I give my love back like I did before anything happened. For give. It's not even for the other person, it's for us. It's our choice. Am I going to lead a resenting life or am I going to lead a loving life? The quality of my life is distinctly different depending on which path I choose. So, for us as human beings, we have the capacity to give our love at all times, under all circumstances, to any human being. Another way to talk about it is bestowing grace. We have the capacity to bestow grace on people, wish them well, wish people well, wish people health, wish people prosperity, wish people health, wish them well, wish them happiness, wish them success, wish them peace, wish them love. Simply wishing people well, bestowing grace on people. A, has us love being us, and B, gives us the chance to be listened to by people and effective with people. We heard today, we've got so much to say. We have so much to say about how to make the system work. We have so much to say about how people can be supported. We have so much to say about what works in the community. We have so much to say. What will have us be listened to is that we refuse not to love everybody we're talking to. And I mean everybody. So it's about our love footprint, everybody. And I'd like to end the day and end this conversation with inviting us individually and collectively take on expanding our love footprint wherever we go at all times with all people. And it's easy. In the morning when I wake up and start planning my day, I think about where am I going today? Who am I going to see? What am I going to encounter? And I visualize the situation. Like, oh, I'm going to go to this person, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to see this person. I visualize myself going. And then I actually visualize in my mind's eye what it would look like to be there and loving that person, bringing love to the situation. What would happen for me? What would happen for the other person or people? What would happen to the whatever project we're working on if I go and bring love to the situation? Then after I leave the situation, then I go, and then after I leave, I give myself a report card. How'd I do? I rank myself on a scale of 0 to 5. 5 is I had love be present. 0 is no, I ended up in an argument with a person or the people. So being conscious of it's called conscious living, consciously being there, bringing love to every person, every time, every situation. It's what we heard today. We heard it in the background of every person talking. There was love, there was respect, there was dignity offered. We heard it. Let's make it conscious now. Let's make it really conscious on our part. Let's be known as people who, in a situation that would often engender resentment, in a situation that would often engender fear, in a situation that would often engender judgment, we refuse not to love. We're expanding our love footprint everywhere, every time with every person. I'd love for this group, Prisons to Partnerships, to get known as the group that refused not to love. And then the leadership you provide will be known as great, great leadership. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to MC today's meeting. It was a wonderful experience. I'm so enriched out of it. And to each and every person that was on the team creating this conference, you did a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant job designing this conference. Brilliant job. And to everybody attending, you did a brilliant job by showing up to listen. That was a good, smart thing to do with your day, and we appreciate it. Thank every single person involved in this day. Bless you, everyone.